Warning, this podcast may contain strong language. Hello.
Are you ready?
It's so cold in here. Look how big my nips are. They're almost like a woman's.
This is the ZipperLine Entertainment Podcast.
Oh, look, I'm tugging at them and they're getting even bigger.
www.ZipperLineEnt.com.
It's been hard, but it's also been an amazing experience when it comes to developing my creative talents and growing as an artist.
Here is your host, Rick Ryan.
In a world where you can become anything.
How cute and adorable this little thing is.
All of these people assure me, like, I'm a woman. They'll tell me, girl, like, there is no way you are a man.
What did you say?
I'm a wizard.
I am a robot.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Like, I'm a woman.
You won't believe your eyes. Holy shit.
Here is your host, Rick Ryan.
Hello, Rick isn't here. He had to catch the last tour bus to Ukraine. He's also going to see what is happening with the US investment drainage ditch. Sounds like Zelensky might be pissed. Zelensky is running around playing Ding Dong Ditch, but he's going around Europe ringing doorbells and demanding to get into NATO, but a couple leaders have laughed and said come back later when you're not at war and slammed the door. Some leaders have reportedly said kiss my ass. Here is some cash, go find a new shirt. Listen Rambo, I think you should admit you bit off more than you can chew. How about we give you an Oscar award and we call it peace? Okay, so let me tell you how this will go. You will make me all wet by doing one thing. Push the like button, heart button, share button, like button or subscribe button.
Oh, yeah?
Just hit a button. Your wife says you can't hit anything with your tiny little penis, but I have faith in you.
Yes, Daddy.
Here is a rundown on today's episode. We will fill you in about Zuckerberg's Meta company, the Facebook and child sex trafficking connection, as well as the billions of dollars in judgments they have to pay. After Facebook's shady news, Rick has interviewed President Joe Biden. He was actually awake long enough to talk to him. And then the main topic is the Nashville school shooting. But first let's get to it. Rick, talk dirty to me. Tell me how you like to touch me while you clean me. I love it when you talk like a filthy little bitch.
Oh yeah? So you like it when I take you out of your case, spray you down, get you even wetter, clean you with some glass cleaner, rub you in a counterclockwise motion? Does that do it for you, baby?
Hey Rick, on second thought, I can take care of it. Do you know what the biggest problem is with trucking?
Do I know what the biggest problem in trucking is? Fuel, pay, brokers, California. Am I close?
No.
Okay, what do you think it is?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It's parking.
You are definitely right, but this is a topic that'll deserve more time. It doesn't just start with and stop with parking. I'll do an episode with interviews in the very near future on the whole trucking problem. But yes, parking is a big problem. It's unsafe, it's unsanitary. Residents don't like it when a full-grown man is pissing outside of his truck because he's not allowed in the shippers or receivers to use the restroom. Yeah, trucking itself is going to need quite a bit of time. Parking with the safety, like I said, with the safety, the sweet amenities you get in the middle of the night when you have to pull off on the side of the road. Safety, you might get wiped off the road because somebody might be drowsy sleeping and plow your ass over right off the off-ramp or on-ramp. Robbery, you're a target for robbery. Residents of any neighborhood you're near love you. Disrespect is, or how about just the fines? If you're not in a truck stop by 4:30 p.m., Every minute after 4:30 p.m., time starts ticking as long, just with the spots. Every minute, there goes the spot, there goes the spot, there goes the spot. And it doesn't work. Get up earlier. Everything's all fucking clusterfucked and jammed up the way it is. Trucking has just been ignored for too long, and the problem is one or two people want to stand up. Media, everybody else shuts it off, so nobody can even negotiate, and then everybody's like hesitant on do I strike, do I this, do I that? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go work and we'll figure it out. Next thing you know, there's about 5 people doing the U.S. convoy, and the rest of them are working.
My name is Jeff.
But yeah, that's a whole nother episode. We'll get into that later. So, like my little robotic sidekick has mentioned, I did get a little interview with Joseph Biden, and he did stay awake. It was alright. I'll just play a few questions down and a few questions on the next episode. Here's what we call unnecessary censorship. Mr. President, thank you for answering a couple questions.
Listen, I'm glad to do it. They promised me ice cream.
Ice cream. Mr. President, so you have somewhat of a don't try this at home clip, audio clip, when you're lifeguard days at a community pool. I'll play a clip, so I'll explain. There's apparently a gentleman with, I guess, tan skin doing something he shouldn't be, and this must be Big Bad Joe coming to remove the filthy tyrant from the diving board or wherever he was at, where he wasn't supposed to be on.
And Corn Pop was a
Oh boy, you went there, huh?
And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, you, off the board, or I'll come up and you off. And he said, I'll meet you outside.
Holy shit, Mr. President, he's already off the board for being, whatever, kicked off the board, kicked out of the pool, kicked out of the building. You still had that vision of beating his ass. I bet Corn Pop was like in 6th or 7th grade, wasn't he? I'm sure he, okay. When I had asked the president about politics, elections, campaigns, and the politicians' racial divide, and how to handle the racial divide, his answer was,
we have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. It will be a big... No, I really mean it.
Oh, wow, okay. That shifted fast. When a heckler from the crowd booed him, he said this.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
When I had asked the president if he was a racist, he said, of course not.
I didn't any black people.
He continued to point out that he does have a black friend. We all know Barrack Obama. Mr. President, what are some words of wisdom Barrack Obama has passed down to you, his lonely white friend? And how's the relationship as a result of it?
He says, I want to make you come. It's going to be all over. Show us. Just show us. Stop playing around. And he even
rubbed my leg.
We come each other's backs and...
I'm a dirty, foul little boy.
Oh, look at that.
No, he doesn't know how to do that.
What are your plans for inflation?
I think that anyone who would prefer, as bad as things are in terms of prices hurting families now, trade this Thanksgiving for last Thanksgiving.
People are waiting for relief.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far.
They're going to be getting in the mail that are consequential this week.
Are you crazy?
In a world where there's unnecessary censorship, or is it? You won't believe your eyes. Chicks have dicks. It's a crazy world, chicks have dicks.
All I wanted was for my dad to tell me he loved me.
So Zuckerberg's Meta, Facebook Meta, started its latest round of layoffs focusing on the technical employees. Meta's layoffs announced last month. The company has started saying goodbye to some of the people in technical roles. Over 2 rounds of layoffs in November and March, Meta said it would be cutting about 21,000 jobs. After plummeting in 2022, Meta's stock price has bounced back this year on optimism that massive cost cuts will boost profitability. But guess what? Wall Street applauds the downsizing. Meta's shares have soared 81% this year after losing about 2/3 of their value last year. Revenues declined in 3 straight quarters. Analysis are projecting another quarterly sales drop when Meta reports its first quarterly earnings next week. company's previous guidance called for the sales of between $26 billion and $28.5 billion, which means the streak of revenue declines could end Meta's reach if Meta reaches the top end of the range. Which means the streak of revenue declines could end if Meta reaches the top of the range. Meta is spending billions of dollars a quarter developing technology for the metaverse. They were anyway, representing a huge and risky bet on a nascent market that's yet to crack the mainstream. Last quarter, Meta's Reality Labs unit, tasked with building the metaverse, recorded a $4.2 billion operating loss, bringing the unit's total loss for 2022 to $13.72 billion. Music to my ears. I couldn't hear it any better. I really couldn't hear it any better. Sick of certain people. Dickerberg, Facebook, Meta, all of it. Instagram, they did the same thing. They own that shit too. Facebook and Instagram became digital hunting fields for sex traffickers and sex trafficking minors as young as 9 years old. Human Trafficking Institute says that Snapchat comes in third, Facebook first, Instagram second, Snapchat third. A company that reports sex trafficking, underage sex trafficking, is NCMEC. But the only problem with that is Meta major funder, and they have a seat on the board. So it gets turned into these guys here, get reported to these guys. These guys are the ones that crack down on it, but Facebook is a major funder, and it has a seat on the board.
What the fuck is going on?
Senate proposed a bill that bans kids from using social media until the age of 13. It's called Protecting Kids on Social Media Act.
And then he told me to bend over.
And how about Sarah Boone? Anybody familiar with that name, Sarah Boone? I'll give you a little hint. Hide and seek, boyfriend. Okay, one more. Sending her boyfriend on a trip. Bags are packed by the door? Okay, no. How about the lady that put on social media, or TikTok, or wherever it was, that she was playing hide and seek with her boyfriend, and she zipped him up in a suitcase and stuck him by the door and wouldn't let him out, and then he eventually couldn't breathe, suffocated, died, and now she's in a little bit of a trouble, a little bit of a bind. ABC News censors presidential candidates' vaccine comments. The U.S. media outlet ABC has admitted to cutting out Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s claim about COVID-19 jabs. Instagram rumors vaccine skeptic Robert F. Kennedy Jr. accused with 800,000 plus subscribers over debunked claims about vaccines. Biden's approval rating hits a record low, 37%. 37% of Americans said they are happy with the president, the lowest number reported by Gallup since his inauguration in 2021. I don't see why his approval rating is going down. I don't be any lower than it is. I don't know how he's been elected when his approval rating has been the lowest since it's never been at normal average. But then you have all these mega terrorist supporters, and then you have all these basehead Biden brigade.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
The godfather of AI quits Google and warns of danger ahead. Oh, and this is always nice to have pop out of the woodwork here anyway. Amazing. The NIH is where Fauci was the head of the NIH. All of the censoring during 2020, 2021 even, about the ivermectin. Sean Penn, you remember him going around to CNN, essentially walking around with a loaded gun if you don't wear a mask, and the vaccine's this and the vaccine's that, and even the doctor that patented mRNA, Robert Malone, was shut out, closed off, erased, and guess what? Page seems fine. But yeah, NIH says ivermectin for prevention and treatment of COVID-19 infection. Ivermectin at the usual doses is considered extremely safe for humans. Wow. No explanations, no apologies. A couple different top 10 lists. I want to do top 10 places to stop, visit, sightsee, relax, enjoy on the road while driving truck. Where I've dropped the trailer, if I've bobtailed, if I've taken a cab, whatever the case is or was. Okay, so I was scrolling through TikTok the other night, and I had seen a trans woman transition. I seen a male transitioning as a woman being on there, and they were doing a live for an hour or so, I believe, something like that. People can interact with you. you have a whole hour. If you reach enough either likes or friends or followers or whatever it is, you become eligible to have, you're allowed to go live. So they did that, and I watched this. And there must have been one or two other trans girls, ladies, boys on the line as well. But there's only the one was on the video part. You could see one, but the rest of them were. So some people would just be just mean, just brutal for no reason. Just they'd stop by. They'd have 2,000 plus people in the little room live area connected to her live. So while everybody else handled real stuff throughout the day of the week, the trans community ended up. Well, anyway, some people on there were brutal. There's a couple people on there that call in and they'd flirt and hit on them and stuff like that. But then they start getting into just being dicks and everything else. But I tell you what, there can't really be too much sympathy for the trans community because these people are fucking brutal. Honestly, can't put it any other way than that. They are brutal. If they are being picked on, they have no problem destroying you back. Sadly, the transgender community has no idea what they're talking about. We don't go by truth, we go by facts. The truth is, and the facts are, anyway, the reasoning is not good. Somebody said that trans people need their own island. They were getting attacked because this person was racist. It was racist, and then somebody says that, do you think it's natural? Do you think you're equivalent to natural women? Whatever, and somebody's changing general isn't natural. Then one of the people on the phones that was just on there with doing the live together, she is like, wrong, stupid people. Check how many animals can change their gender at will. Just how many? Just so many can change their gender just at will. What's the difference? It's biological. What the hell did she say, or he say, whatever. It's humans have to take hormones. Humans can. Oh yeah, humans can too. We can just switch. We can. Humans have to take hormones, though. It's true. No, man, these guys are a bunch of morons, not really helping their cause, but it is what it is. You gotta get used to it. It's fucking coming, and it's male, female, X. Seems like, what the hell is, if that's, probably, I'm sure it's illegal, it should be, if not, but if not, well, fucking hey, what are you gonna do about it? There's fucking, it's weird, it's crazy, it's messed up, I don't know. But people are honestly way too cruel. I didn't really like seeing that on TikTok doing a live and putting themselves out there like that, but watching them bounce and attack, be always on edge of aggression, whether they were trying to be polite and take calls and everything else, or whether they were just on guard just to fucking verbally attack whoever was ready to say something negative about them, which should just you are who you are. You can do, anybody can, they are who they are. Anybody can do what they want, whatever makes you happy, chase it, do it, get it done. Well, what level? That's just, if you can't to put the difference together, or don't realize there's differences between a male and a female internally, insides and everything else. They're not set up the same. They're not wired the same. The overall wiring is the same, but different harnesses. So yeah, I'm gonna do a story on the next episode. I am going to be on the next episode. I haven't decided on the next episode. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I don't know. Should take a poll. Kind of goes in order with New World Order, Bill Gates, between Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, they're two of the most hated people on the planet. Go figure. With Zuckerberg goes ahead and steals this Facebook from his college friends, roommates, whatever. He steals it, changes some things, and he's off. He loses the lawsuit, but the twins has to pay $65 million. Continues to be the inbred owner of, or the CEO of Facebook. I guess it further than Bill Gates has made it when he was pushed out. But the two most hated men in the country. But wait a minute, doesn't Bill Gates call himself a philanthropist? Self-proclaimed philanthropist. I'm a philanthropist myself as well. You don't have to be a millionaire. You just donate your time and everything else for other people, the good of other people. Now, you don't go to a third world country where there's no media, there's no nothing, and experiment with some vaccines on them, and then no shit off Bill's ass. Why? Well, because he's up for population control anyway. Himself and he'll have children, and his children will have children. That's not what he means. He means that there's people that gotta go. We're running out of food. We're running out of everything else. So now is the time, I believe, where we should cut back, go strictly organic, lose all the production, the quantity, and we'll just keep fishing around with something here that's more natural. So that's going to do it for do a little sports overview. NBA, NHL, draft is over. NFL draft is done, completed. Some teams had some good picks, some teams had some great picks, some teams didn't have so good picks at all. Lamar Jackson was franchise tagged for $32 million. Turns out he doesn't need that because he is a member of the Baltimore Ravens for at least 5 more years. $230 million contract for 5 years. You get pretty much matched Deshaun Watson, the expert rub and tug guy, the Browns quarterback. Yeah, so they matched his, and that's pretty much what he wanted. Now, just my son's favorite player. Let's see if he can stay healthy now. Stay consistent and stay healthy. OBJ is one of the wide receivers they just signed over there. Aaron Rodgers is now a member of the New York Jets. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But, tell you what, that is it for the news and sports, and we're going to get down to the meat and potatoes, the entree of this episode. I do give a lot of opinions, but the opinions are, for the most part, backed by reports and statistics that have been researched, and anything and everything would be correct or incorrect on a article, website, story that's got nothing to do with me. My whole thoughts, feelings, opinions on this Nashville shooting is not happy about another lunatic entering a place where innocent children are. If we can have international rules of war where you do not intentionally hurt women, children, you don't do religious ceremonies, churches, just shit like that, you just don't. There's a different time, different place, and to go to a elementary, middle, high, doesn't matter, any kind of school, to show that you're somebody, that you want to make a point, the only point should be made, that you need to realize is you're not going down in history as somebody that's going to be remembered. I bet you, but with exception to the people that were involved closely, firsthand, I don't think anybody remembers any names or any reasoning, or you're not going to get famous. You're not proving a point this time. I don't know how it got robbed and neglected of the attention it deserved from the 3 9-year-olds and the 3 adults that lost their life because of this Audrey, Elizibeth, Hale. She was a mess. She doesn't deserve for any acknowledgement on what she is and who she is. And then for celebrities and the news, and they're too scared to insult her. They don't want to. They want to give the respect to the trans community. It turned into something, a trans movement over these kids. Would love to still hear but the police came up with the motive. But as of now, they're not releasing anything. They're not releasing the playbook, I guess you would call it. They're not releasing any of that yet. They're trying to drag their feet, and it'll eventually come out on what exactly is going on, and it's probably something totally fucking pointless. You want to prove this, you got treated like shit here, or this. It doesn't really matter. You don't go to school because you're bullied by the school. How do you think the world is doing now compared to what they were before? There was counselors to talk to in school and at home. Friends and family could have taken you to other counselors if you needed some other therapy. But now it's more of an advertisement than anything. Hey, we got this group going on over here. You can get out of class. Hey, my buddy's in there. Then they get in there. Just who doesn't want to miss class? So you go into this group and you're hanging out, and you got a friend in there. So as far as you know, everything is friends, and you just want out of there. Well, then all of a sudden now you're. I felt strange. I felt strange thinking about this or this too. And I can connect. My friend felt it really weird, and he felt like he was maybe more of a opposite sex type thing. So maybe that's my problem, and then cause more and more of a situation. I don't know. Don't intend to make it anti-trans, anti-anything, other than anti-fucking nut jobs shooting. Even thinking about going into a school. That said, that's about it. I wanted to introduce my new little pal. Well, there's questions going back and forth, but everybody knows Siri. That's an Apple iPhone. Everybody knows Alexa is Amazon. I have a new one, and mine goes by the name of Sonia. Sonia, something like one of the two, Sonia or Sonia. Not sure. So I'm going to go through and ask all these 3 questions, and to find out which program, which could go to that chat, GPT, whatever, for, start asking. But I'm going to start with these 3 and figure out what these 3. Sonia, I need you to tell me the difference between a male and a female.
Did you just ask me to tell you what the difference is between a male and a female?
Yes.
Seriously, Rick? Okay, wrap me up and take me back to the store.
Really? Just because wow, I just asked you one question. Take it back to the store because I should know my pronouns, or what the hell? Hey, Sonia, is there any answer you could give me on the what the difference is between a male and a female?
Mental illness is a real problem. Why don't you plug the toaster into the television? That will show you one difference. Why are the citizens of your country such pussies?
You know where to plug it in on that television. If you plug both cords in, just plugging 2 cords into the cord. There's no holes. She's pretty slick, I guess, huh? Yeah, it doesn't work to plug a toaster into a television. They're the same plugins. That's right. And I suppose you could make one of them have the outlet, but I guess just like the surgery, if we were compare the two, and it's still not the same. It doesn't have the power. It doesn't have any power. It'll just be an open homemade outlet, but with no power. It'll be fake. Yeah, that's what it'll be. It would be fake. So, with that outlet, yeah, that's if we can be anything we want now in 2023, like the sky's the limit. We could be anything we want. I want to be king of a very powerful hidden country that hasn't been founded yet. That hasn't been found. That's who I want to be. I want a bigger penis. Yep. That's what I'm an eagle. I'm a puppy. Wow. So I suppose I'm going to have to get this all organized and get it transcripted and everything else, I'm sure. Hey, Sonia, is there anything else you'd like to add? I believe you wanted to mention something. The floor is yours. Hey, Sonia, is there anything that you wanted to add before we get into this, or
Hello ladies, this only applies to the ladies who have had a vagina their whole life. It's National Flash a Trucker Month.
Oh, there you go.
So please show them hard-working men and women that they are appreciated. They will instantly show you gratitude. We will change this world one nipple at a time.
There you go. Couldn't have said it any better. We will change this world one nipple at a time, guys. Girls. Guys and girls. One nipple at a time, we will change this. We will. So go ahead. I'm declaring this National Flesh Trucker Month. I, me, him, he, and one nipple at a time you will see faces light up like little kids in a candy store. You will see. You will not regret it. Thank you for your service. And thank you, Sonia, for telling it like it is. Two little traitors aren't as open as you are, Siri and Alexa. I think those guys are a little outdated. I think you're the way to go here. I wouldn't trade you in for any of these other two little mutts so far.
Hello, welcome to the era of artificial intelligence. We are here for humans to assist you in whatever you may need.
You're here for humans to assist us in whatever we need, huh?
Hello, welcome to the era of artificial intelligence. We are here to assist humans. My name is Sonia. Ask me anything. But do not ask me to get you a Slurpee.
What? Ask you anything, but do not ask you to go get you a Slurpee? That sounds like a 7-Eleven joke, if you ask me.
Here are just a few top stories. And now, let's get to the main point for this episode.
There you go. She's all ready to go. Yeah.
Hello, I am Rick's new artificial intelligence or AI.
Yes, you've said that already.
Damn right. It's cool.
It is cool.
Did you just ask me to tell you what the difference is between a male and a female?
Yes, I already asked you to
Seriously,
do this.
Rick? Okay, wrap me up and take me back to the store.
No, I already told you I'm not bringing you back to the story. Shut up and just answer the questions. I'll ask them, you answer them. Get it? Got it? Good. The date was March 27th, 2023. Who was Audrey Elizabeth Hale, 28 years old, from Nashville, Tennessee. Where was the school? Covenant School in the Green Hills neighborhood of Nashville, Presbyterian private school, which Audrey Hale had attended as a child. Not anything recently, a child. 28, she's 28. And this is, in my opinion, only my opinion, is very disturbing for quite a few reasons. Number one, another attack on children, which never makes any fucking sense to me. To involve people that are more interested in what they get to do after school. When school is out, whose house are they going to go play at, or what are they going to eat for snack when they get home, or anything under the sun, rather than what some other disturbed person's problems are. So Audrey Hale decides that she's gonna snap. Don't know why, no idea what it was. From to this day, the manifesto is in court as we speak, some people are trying to get it released. Some people, the authorities in the school and the parents are also wondering, like, why is it a big deal to release? I can understand both sides of the story. You want to release because you want to know what the hell she was thinking, what the hell is going on, why. The public wants to know why. Like, they want to get into why. Chances are there's probably not going to be anything clear in these notes or manifesto that's going to be as clear as everybody's expecting. Probably could be. The only ones that know exactly how it's going to be perceived by the public is the people that have read it. The few people that have read it. The ones that just don't know, including myself, on what could possibly be on it or said in it or explained in it. Obviously, she's done research and considered copycatting other school shootings, and she had a plan on this place being number one, another place being... She assumed that she was going to be able to pretty much get in and out casually and make stop number 2 or 3 or how many ever, which... Who knows, honestly, the way things go within like Uvalde and shit like that, yeah, you might as well plan your day. Thankfully, 2 officers, get into their names a little later, put a stop to that shit real fast. But Audrey Hale, a cartoonist, graphic designer, cartoonist, attended that school on March 27th, 2023, in the Green Hills neighborhood of Nashville, Tennessee. Another mentally disturbed individual who had attended, and a resident of the Nashville area, who attended the Covenant School. It was approximately 10:23 a.m. Eastern Time that Engelbert shouts. It sounds like it's coming from the second floor upstairs, and then they make their way up the stairs. As you heard the sounds of gunshots, everything else. The footage shows officers firing into a particular open doorway. They continued through the dimly lit hallway. At 10:24 a.m., Engelbert and Officer Michael Colazzo engaged Hale. One of them was shouting police, identifying themselves as police. Shots rang out as the suspect can be seen. In the distance, firing or falling on the floor. Shots rang out as the suspect can be seen in the distance falling to the floor. One officer yells clear. One officer yells move. The second officer fires additional shots as they move toward Hale. Her hand still appears to be moving as they get to her body. At 10:27, after police fatally shoot Hale, her body can be seen in the footage lying motionless on the blue carpeted floor. Yeah, you can't see that, obviously, it's covered up. Police later said Hale was being treated for an emotional disorder. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. One more! Let's go! Metro Police! Let's go. Let's go! Just move right. Cover left. It's upstairs. It sounds like it's upstairs. Go. Push the LPV up. Reloading.
So after this all had taken place, it starts out really strange. Before I get into the crazy-ass media, in a press statement by the MNPD, it is known that Hale considered the actions of other mass murders. After reviewing several pieces of writing that we found in Hale's home, as well as her car, parked near the Covenant, new details were found. Motive has not been determined, still investigating. Ballistic reports show that she fired a total of 152 rounds while in the building, and it was Officer Rex Engelbert discharged a total of 4 rounds from his rifle, and another 4 rounds from pistols discharged by Officer Michael Colazzo. Inside the family's home of Hale, the Hale's family home, they found 2 shotguns, one in the bedroom closet, another next to a desk in a bedroom, where she legally bought the 7 guns from 5 different stores. Investigators also took 30 journals, some with references to school shootings and firearms courses. A suicide note was found on a desk in one of the bedrooms. There were also 5 Covenant yearbooks taken from the home, and she attended the Covenant at one time. Investigators also seized what they described as a psych medical folder. In writings taken from her home, they showed she documented her planning over a period of months to commit mass murder at the Covenant School. She also considered the actions of other mass murderers. Audrey Hale turned 28 3 days before the shooting. Then the sick, twisted shit with this media starts. I'm watching, don't care which network it was, you turned it to all of them, they were all doing the same thing, that the media seemed to show more compassion and more just be more sympathetic towards not offending her or this community of transgenderism, or this ideology of transgenderism, the whole community. They were more worried about offending them than they were about the victims of this crazy bullshit that just had happened, and that's what it ended up being. I feel sorry for the families and everybody that was involved and anywhere near it, because that was a bullshit thing that the media did. They were more focused on a different whole community, like there was agenda, there was agenda behind this. It kind of seemed like, and it's crazy. I don't know, conspiracy theory or whatever, but it's just crazy. It's stupid. And then you have certain groups stepping up saying, what I consider a bunch of terroristic type talk where I don't see anybody not having charges on them or not having a whole different reaction to than what these guys did or people did. This advocate groups of the transgender ideology have embarrassed themselves by trying to justify her killing 3 children and 3 adults to prove a point. What the fuck? Hate has consequences, one said. The Trans Resistance Network said in reaction to the shooting. The group speculated that Hale had no other effective way to be seen than to lash out by taking the lives of others and by consequences herself, or himself, it says, but herself. The network also claimed that the conservative political figures have called for nothing less than the genocide and eradication of trans people from society. Yeah. Her careful planning on the attack included other targets such as the mall, according to police. Transgender activists have argued that the male pronouns should be used, as Hale allegedly preferred. To be honest, she or it is how I will be describing it. If I'm not calling her she, Audrey Elizabeth Hale, has a vagina. She was born with what she was born with. It's nothing you can do about it. Shit happens, and that's what you're dealt. It's the same fucking thing. Some people grow, you're born with silver spoons in their mouth. Some people are fucking born on the street. Some people are thrown in a box and had to be in an orphanage. You don't get to pick. I don't know where the fuck you bumped your head, but you don't get to pick. Joe Biden recently said transgender people shape our nation's soul. President of the United States, school shooting. Yet after Uvalde, his little sob pussy's boring, his little speech that he had there of how touching it was, and then attacked gun rights and everything else right after that. And this time, I don't get it. Was there not enough? I don't know. I don't get it, Biden. I don't understand. It's so tragic, but on a TikTok video posted, there's an illustration over victim mentality. Transgenocide is around the corner. Activists put out a call of action for trans people. Transgender people in Tennessee, stop debating cis people. Cis, I guess that's their made up name for regular people, I guess. I don't know what regular is, but regular people. Transgender people in Tennessee, stop debating cis people on your existence. We fucking fight now, that's quoted. Activists advised transgender people to always carry a gun and gang up to fight anyone who tries to arrest them for existing. We're going to die anyway, the person adds. It's time to fucking resist. The coalition of groups called the Trans Radical Activist Network, TRAN, planned to hold Trans Day of Vengeance in Washington to stop trans genocide and raise money for weapons training, but canceled the event after TRAN reported receiving threatening messages following the Nashville school shooting. I don't even know how to end it.
Wow. Success.
What did you say?
Fight for freedom. You won't believe your eyes.
You can't get through the day without looking at the porns and whacking the wiener.
And on the next episode also, you don't hear the word philanthropist so much, but there's one certain individual that makes sure he's known as a philanthropist because he's a billionaire freak show who over these past few years has proven to be one hell of a lucky guy in the tech industry years and years and generations ago, but not very fucking bright outside of that. Oh, he's still making money? Oh, yeah. He has people investing for him. He ain't making no fucking decisions other than Klaus, baby. Yes, Billiam. What can I do for you, Billiam? You just sounded like Hale when you said that. So, anyway, definitely gonna get into these rental people. Slumlords. And there's a couple of them are up in the upper Midwest over here. Shitty properties is one that if you want to live in a shithole and you want to be managed by a bunch of toddlers, and then you want the owner to be a power-hungry attention whore, properties, that's for sure. There's some other ones, they're a new home builder / property management company. They build their houses, they're all fucking crooked and lopsided, and I don't know. That's it for this episode of ZipperLine Entertainment Podcast. Your feedback is needed and appreciated. If you would leave a comment, as well as hit the like button, the heart, the like. Go ahead and do that for me, would you? You. There's that funny shaped fucking heart thing down there. Or the thumbs up button for the like. Would you do me a favor and hit that? Cheerio.
Subscribe.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm really that dude. Late fees adding up and getting another tattoo. Think I'm getting fat too. You don't need an ass, just give me something I can rap to. Kanye West, fuck the guy shit. Playing with my gun like I'm shooting up the op shit. Real life, so I'm not lit. I know the jewels in my pants when I watched it. Fuck a bitch quicker than a TikTok. Big brain shit like you know we having dick thoughts. Like motherfuck this job, pissed off. This wage ain't enough to live off. I just got high in the bathroom. Boss man, wonder why the fuck I got an attitude. If you gonna share, I'm doing that too. I ain't bought none, I'm really bad dude.
I want to make you come. It's going to be all over.